Hey, this is Smeej. This video was recorded on Twitch, so if you want to watch more casts or me feeding MMR, come check it out.
Radiant's banned.
Alright, welcome to a game. We got Tundra versus GAIMIN GLADIATORS here in a best of 3 for the DreamLeague group stage, coming to a close here in a few days. And getting into a few
10 seconds
tiebreakers after that, but
Radiant's
the patch will be coming before the playoffs, I believe,
Dyer's
and
ban.
despite what happens here in these games, Dota's gonna get mixed up pretty hard, and got a lot of nervous excitement about it.
10 seconds
Dota's been pretty stable for, over a year, it feels
5
like,
seconds.
and Ice Frog is back. I wonder what he's been concocting in his evil cauldron this year, so regardless, we're gonna be casting this game between these two teams. And
Dyer's
taking a look
pick.
at the draft, I've sped it up slightly. Banning out the Marana, which is actually one of Snake
10
King's
seconds
favorite
to go.
heroes to play at the moment, but they opt to take it
5
away.
seconds.
The side of GAIMIN GLADIATORS, and
Dyer's pick.
picking up the Enchantress. GAIMIN responding with a Disruptor. Disruptor
10
becoming
seconds
popular
to
this
go.
tournament with the glimpse prioritization and maxing that in the laning stage, even using it instead of the thunder shock ability, whatever it's called, to harass in the lane, dealing a lot of
10
damage now
seconds
that
to
it
go.
tracks the distance people move
5
and
seconds.
able to get some good chunks out there. And they now get to pick up the Pangolier, which has had a
Radiant's
huge
banned.
uprising this tournament as well. Pangolier, just a solid performer throughout many series, having good and bad lanes and still having huge impact with his ultimate
10
ability and
seconds to go.
the long range poke with the disarm.
5 seconds.
His natural kit is just so
Dyer's
strong.
ban.
So Tundra respond with a Riki. Something that can jump onto a Pangolier fairly unpunished. He can
10
catch that
seconds
Pango
to
and
go.
silence them before they can
5
swashbuckle
seconds.
away or turn into a ball they can't even roll up. So it seems like a pretty good pick. I know Nine likes to pick it as a mid hero. So we've been seeing Matthew
Radiant's
on
ban.
EG, picking up the position 4 Riki pretty often. I don't think Tundra will take it to that level though.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
But some additional bans, we get the Riki protection there,
Dyer's
banning out
ban.
the Underlord. And an Undying ban, whereas GAIMIN GLADIATORS protecting their Pangolier with a Bloodseeker ban. Maybe another BKB
10
piercing
seconds to go.
ability, maybe
Radiant's
Beastmaster, then instead they go for the Dragon Knight. Another solid mid laner this tournament too,
10 seconds
even
to
against
go.
unfavorable matchups,
5 seconds.
staying pretty effective with the Dragon's Blood and early tower taking abilities, using that ultimate. But taking it away this game, seeing the Enchantress Riki, they need some reliable lockdown, I'd say, a root or a stun, as well as maybe some AoE teamfight abilities lacking. And GAIMIN need some single target damage. They have the lockdown, they just need to get there. Finishing people off. Some more bans come out in this
10 seconds to
second
go.
phase, the last
Dyer's
ban,
pick.
getting rid of
Radiant's
the
pick.
Night Stalker and picking a Beastmaster, so not gonna give that into the hands of Tundra. Instead picking it up themselves, and another pick to protect that
10 seconds to
Pangolier.
go.
Just a strong pick in itself.
5
I've been
seconds.
seeing some building the drums of Slom this tournament. Does Ace like that build? I know that TSM was kind of going that build.
Radiant's pick.
But I'm not sure about
Phantom
Ace.
Assassin.
Now a Phantom Assassin. Putting the tempo on to
10 seconds to go.
GAIMIN Gladiators. They're not gonna
5 seconds.
go extremely
Dyer's
late.
pick.
They're gonna get that BKB Battle Fury Desolator and try to into that game around the 30,
Radiant's ban.
25 to 30 minute mark, perhaps? 25 to 35, I'd say. And now a Bounty Hunter.
10 seconds to go.
So it looks like GAIMIN still need a
5
position
seconds.
1 and Tundra need a position 3.
Dyer's ban.
Seeing the bounty, seeing this brawly lineup that's forming out of
10
GAIMIN
seconds to
Gladiator
go.
side and Tundra.
5 seconds.
Tundra's missing
Radiant's ban.
still that AoE stun or something. I think PA's not entirely ready to stick onto a target by themselves, and with Ricky they need
10 seconds.
something
to
else
go.
to really just hold it together.
5 seconds.
Whereas GAIMIN's looking a little bit more solid at the moment. They just need to pick any Agi
Dyer's
or just
ban.
strength hard carry to deal some damage. They've already got the lockdown set up and some pretty decent team fight. Bounty Hunter is going to be very annoying.
Radiant's pick.
The final band's coming out. No Monkey, no Lycan. I think Tide could
10 seconds.
potentially
to go.
work here. Oh, Tide's banned.
5 seconds.
Bummer. Tundra's going to be picking. They got 30 seconds left in the tank.
Dyer's pick.
And they go with their darks here. So yeah, that's definitely that huge team fight vacuum combo that can really round out this draft for them. GAIMIN
10
Gladiators.
seconds to go.
Now they see the darks here.
5
It's
seconds.
a little bit more difficult to pick an agility core into this. CK still in the pool. CK is still in there. They've got a minute 20 left on the reserve. I think Darkseer as well is pretty good against this Bounty Hunter. Building Greaves to purge off that track and maybe even going a Lotus Orb. They're gonna be getting the farm they want. And the Aghanims.
Morphling. Team's all set. Let's see what
Aghanims
they
like
can do.
Darkseer Orb or Shield is gonna protect the PA. Fighting some healing, but regardless of the pick of Darkseer, GAIMIN Gladiators is gonna be picking Morphling. Which is about as agi as it gets. The mobility coming out on this hero is potentially enough to not care about this
10
Darkseer
seconds to
vacuum
go.
wall. And
5
Derecho is
seconds.
just a specialist here on this hero. So it looks like a fine pick to me, and definitely a very strong draft as well. I don't see too many, if any, weaknesses. But I would say that the drafts are well matched against each other. Maybe still a slight edge to GAIMIN Gladiators picking up this Beastmaster. I think the roar is just too powerful. BKB piercing onto the Phantom Assassin. This game will be paramount. And Quinn. Nothing really is gonna stop that roll. Like PA is gonna get controlled pretty hard here. So actually, I'm gonna give the edge to GAIMIN Gladiators in this game one. Turning the speed down
Everybody
to
get set.
normal. And actually I'm gonna pause. So I need to change my camera real quick. Oh, and here we go. Yep. Teams smoke it up. And run down mid. There, got the observer wards ready, but Tundra is a little bit faster to the punch. Some tips coming out. Oh. Bracho taking a peek here. Oh, nice ward here. Not quite on the cliff. Gonna be dodging any D-ward attempts there. If they don't have the vision. And Tofu, what's he got on the curve? Okay, he does have stuff.
To showtime.
Not gonna be too much action here on the bounty runes. It looks like Skeeter's just down by his tower. There will be a slight contest into the river. Bracho taking a good chunk of damage here. Has to skill morph up and trying to go strength, but still, that's a lot of damage. And what is that? Aramis. 2 for 2 on the bounties. Yeah, position 4 bounty and a Beastmaster laning into snaking. Skeeter on the PA. Seems pretty decent for the Beastmaster lane, and the mid lane, they're both gonna get their farm. And in the top lane, Morph Disruptor. It's looking... The lane's looking pretty good here for Gaming Gladiators, but 33 will be spamming that Ion Shell. So it doesn't really matter if he gets bullied out of lane too hard in the bottom lane. Ace taking what a lot of HP. Eating impetuses. Impeti. Throwing out those wild axes in anger. And just posturing on each other, trying to get rid of this initial regen. The damage is substantial onto both cores in this bottom lane. Sneaking, trying his best to push away side of Gaming Gladiators. And in the top, the creep's pushing into Drachio's tower. He looks pretty healthy here. Really the most action here in the bottom lane. Possibility of someone dying could be happening. In the mid lane, went under tower now, 9 last hits. Some action. Oh. Look at these wild axe spams though. How does he keep the mana for this? It's just a 65 mana spell. Very efficient.
Denied.
Hitting with both axes on the send and the return. Things pretty stable in the other 2 lanes. Just taking a look at bottom now. Tofu level 2. Janata and Shuriken Toss. They're both spamming their abilities. Trying to beat down the enemy here. Is now Drachio a little low top, but morphing strength, he's gonna be just fine. We're gonna see some action here as we get to the level 3, the level 2 Ion Shell, as well as the burst damage in the bottom lane on the side of GG. Will be growing. Wonder what Ace will be skilling, perhaps Thor, perhaps more Wild Axes and Tofu. Maybe another Janata. Look how tanky this Tofu is. Just level 2 with a ton of stats. Those are the strengths of this bounty hunter. Mid lane though, we got Ricky with 14 to Quinn's 16, still pretty stable here. Ricky with a nice ring of health, gonna keep him feeling pretty good. Top lane, a jump in by Dyrachyo. He wants to deal some damage to Aramis. However, they turn onto Celery, and now he's been lifted up and fade bolted. Can they get the hits? They cannot. 3-3 instead turns to Dyrachyo, the Ion Shell dealing quite a bit of damage and trying to morph into strength. Will be able to get the distance. Morphing fully into agility now and healing back up. Ace now. Turning on to Skeeter. Trading their HP pools and regen, and Tofu comes in for the celebratory. GAIMIN taking a few quarters out of Skeeter's pocket. 4-minute water runes, and nobody's coming to contest. It is a static lane setup here. Both teams just fighting it out, asserting their dominance. Again, top, Aramis taking some good damage. Getting glimpsed back, there's no way out, it's gonna be first blood. Picked up by GAIMIN Gladiators, and Dyrachyo not done yet, but is he the one who's gonna be in trouble? 3-33. Without the boots, he's a bit slow, but the Ion Shell is beginning to deal some good damage. And Morph just died to Ion Shell, I believe. He was trying to morph agility, got caught. So very good pickup there by 33. And a bit of a blunder there by the Morphling. Dyrachyo, being the specialist he is, he just got a little overconfident, I presume. Tofu chasing Enchantress through her woods. But here comes the enchanted creep, attacking Tofu. Just a little bit of support, fun time in the woods. Solo kill though for 3-3, that's huge pickup for him. Still not going those boots, has 1 point in search, and he's going to be just happy with that. Instead going for the vitality booster. Finish his item. Ace, where's Ace going? He thought he was in trouble there. He just TP'd back to base, or back to his tier 1 tower. 33 dragging the creep wave behind the tower. Continuing the pressure onto Dyrachyo, but he'll be fine. He'll be happy farming these creeps under tower, he doesn't care. But these levels are adding up for Skeeter. Starting to deal some good damage with those right clicks, and has the Ring of Health themselves. Harder to bully out now, because the mana pools of the side of GG bottom here are starting to run a bit low. Skeeter now going in again. Here comes the wrap by snaking Impetus, but Tofu turns invisible right in the nick of time.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Tofu and Sneaking both leaving their cores to try to get to some EXP on top of each other. The level 6s will both be huge for each core in the bottom lane here. Where's Pango gone? Pango's gone back to base. And 9 already has a finished Meteor Hammer. Let's see if we get a little channel there onto the enemy side, but other side of the map. 9 though sneaking around, he might be going for it. Oh yeah. He's a menace. He is a menace, and Quinn, not much he can do about that. But Ace, slowed up, eating Impetus, he's totally dead here.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged.
Little caught out, he was enchanted as well. Just cannot move after eating that spell. We're seeing 9 not picking up a bottle here, instead Quinn with the bottle secures that minute 8 power rune.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
And the top lane, 33, doing alright, but we're seeing the top of the last hits being Dyrachyo and Quinn. Oh, 9 getting chased in the river. Do they have any dust?
Someone took out the Radiant's
No.
courier.
No dust, but they do take out his courier. So GG looking to have a pretty good start out of this laning stage. About to hit that 10-minute mark, and the rotations have begun to come out. Some stacks
The Radiant's
spotted up by
courier's
9.
goner.
They don't have a sentry down. 9 is just aware. Oh, can he catch him? Morphed his agility. He gets the hammer on. Silence as well, but he cannot
Dire
get the
might
kill
wanna mine
instead.
the top tower.
Chantress dying in the bottom jungle.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
And look at 9. He told 33, give me that ion shell, I'm gonna steal these stacks, and that's what's going on here. Ace using the roar to defend his stacks. They push him all down into the river, but it's not enough. He's gonna take all the last hits, sharing some of the XP, but poor Dyrachyo worked up a little bit of a sweat for those stacks, and they were taken away. And look at 9 again,
Dire's mid tower won't last
being
much
absolutely annoying here with this meteor hammer.
longer. Radiant's bottom tower seemed better
Seeing they
days.
fell, but is he caught too far out? He's under vision. They're going for the kill, but Rubik providing the jump target. However, he will potentially pay with his life, and another swashbuckle does pick up 9, so he does not escape. 2 dying on the side of Tundra, and perhaps a mid push here. It is the 10-minute mark, right on time.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
Catapult is here, but Ace is walking away. He doesn't want to pressure the tower for some reason, and they know better. So he will continue his farm. I don't know. That's a pretty nice catapult push they just missed, and they have roll. I don't know. It's a little bit of a missed opportunity in my opinion.
Them dire
But
buildings are
it
tough
is
as
what it
nails
is.
now.
Quinn
Radiant's
still
mid
doing a
tower's
great
coming
job this
apart.
game. Got a scent of Skeeter. And 9 again. Not under sentry, but going for Ace now. He's been caught by the Meteor Silence combo. And 9 has not been able to finish a kill yet with his abilities. He will, though, get dusted up, and a response from Quinn. Nice jump down. 9 not able to finish these kills with his damage. He gets glimpsed back, and he's dead again for 30.
Dead.
Quinn's got his number. Now snaking. He's been tracked, and Tofu's making the dive behind the tower. Skeeter as well needs to be
Tower
careful.
needs a
Doesn't have a
little
TP. Just a bit of a posturing around the tower. They're not going to make a full
Dire's
dive
mid
yet.
tower won't last much longer.
Both tier 1s are still standing tall in the mid lane, and then the top. We have not been taking a look at 33 and Dyrachyo for a minute or two,
Radiant's mid tower's coming
holding
apart.
their towers and still doing their usual farming patterns. Ion Shell actually catapulting 33 into
Radiant's
the
mid
top of the
tower
net
could
worth,
use a
but,
hand.
or the last hits, but let's take a look at the net worth now.
Bountiful.
33 is quite up there, almost tied with
Radiant's
Quinn
mid tower's getting banged up.
and Dyrachyo. Just less than a 1k lead here, 12 minutes in. So, you know, anything can happen here, but the biggest thing I've been noticing is, oh, Tofu is dead. That is not the biggest thing I've been noticing. I've been noticing 9 here on the
Dire's
Ricky.
lost the top tower.
Has not been able to have that impact that they quite wanted in terms of getting the kills. They are very annoying and able to take towers and
No breaking down
deal
the
some good
Radiant
lockdown with this
structures
meteor
like
hammer,
this.
but
Radiant's
the
bottom
solo kill
tower
potential
ain't
is
in
not there
sight
yet. They
right
need to
now.
finish this diffusal blade or get a few more levels. However, a nice
Radiant's
kill, and they take the top
bottom
tower,
tower's seen
9.
better days. Bottom tower's done
Sitting
for.
here, thinking about a meteor hammer on the creep wave. Kablam.
Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Man, 13 minutes into the game, and that just dealt, oh my gosh, like 15% or more to the tower. That's pretty
Dire's
big.
top tower, you know the drill.
But a 2-man smoke and a invisible tofu, they go hunting now in the top lane. Tundra, sniff it out, they're already gone. And Ace actually been very quiet. Didn't go for the mid push and instead has been farming that triangle. Trying to get the items he needs, which will be the Helm of Overlord. Securing that item will really propel the push. The upcoming push for the side of GG. Not feeling in too much of a rush here.
Invisibility.
Tofu. Making an encroachment, they catch 33 farming the Ancients and take a good chunk of the stacks in the vacuum wall. Lifting up Tofu. Here comes the roll by Quinn though. Try to glimpse somebody in, but it's not gonna work. Instead, Dyrachyo dives in. Turns into Darkseer momentarily, but now running away. Bit of a just a skirmish here, but no kills to be had. The kills of the Ancients though, going to GG. After using some spells though, Tundra feels like it's time for them to go, and they do. They find Ace. A nice stolen roll by Aramis. He gets roared at the end, but he still turned into a Pango Ball. And now the mid tower looks completely exposed. Jump in by 9. Good silence. He has potential to get glimpsed here. Still no glimpse in 1. He's thinking about using it. Instead, he uses it on 3-3. They're gonna pick up the kill, and actually the tier 1 tower is still up. How is that possible? Quinn respawns and turns into a rolling thunder. Picking up 2 now. Wow, I thought that push was totally going to Tundra. But they cannot secure the tier 1 instead. Quinn comes back with a vengeance.
Dyer's courier has made its final delivery. Have fun trying to bust
9 though has the spells ready. Thinking about this Meteor Hammer again. Could get it onto 3 heroes potentially. Not even gonna tempt fate though. And GG take the mid tower and end up denying, perhaps, their tower. I don't know, maybe a stray catapult took it out. Something. Both mid towers are down now. And a small lead beginning to form for GG. They dust up 9 and he's got another jump at the ready. Gets there, but Quinn has already met him. And Celery too making the connection. Some great team play here by the side of GG, picking up another 2 kills and a glimpse back. They've got the ward. Celery doesn't care. He's just gonna use it to try to secure another kill.
Mid tower's having technical difficulties. Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
All the while, Dyrachyo been farming. Top of the charts. And with a finished Dragon Lance, going into the Aghanim Scepter now. Gonna be tempting to steal the stats from PA in these teamfights. Oh, 33. He's surrounded a bit, but nope. Instead they find 9. Puts down the silence, gets a jump to 33, and he's been surged. Aramis though jumps in, trying to save his teammates, might pay with his life. Snaking though, meeting here as well. Quinn will have the roll, a nice vacuum wall. Quinn is silenced, he cannot roll yet. Aramis dying in the back. Support for support. And the teams will separate.
A gift from the titans of battle.
Pressure is mounting though from GAIMIN Gladiators. With a finished Helm of Overlord. Now Ace is going to be building into a drum. And they will be able to ball up and take these objectives as a team. They might be getting ready for a smoke. They're running top. Just trying to secure Roche. They only need the Beastmaster with the Hawk down. Not any vision they're aware of on the side of GG, but Tundra has a ward, so they know that they're in the pit. No wall for 30 seconds, so it's looking like Tundra's gonna have to give this one up. And Nine's farm has really slowed down this game. Definitely the core that's lagging the most here. 19 minutes in. Not too close to this finished Diffusal Blade. Getting caught by Celery. Swashbuckle. Didn't get the Thunderstrike, so no glimpse. And now Quinn. He has another swash. He's gonna form into a ball. He's thinking about it. Feels pretty safe. And now Ace trying to make the wrap, seeing if he can put a bow on this gift, but decides to back out. They're not gonna commit for this team fight. P3 has built aura items of his own. He's got a Crimson Guard. Going for the Guardian Greaves now. Good protection against the Zoo army of Beastmaster. And some track protection.
Radiant's bottom towers seem better days.
They do have the Aegis though.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill. Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Wait.
They'll never see this coming.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Because Quinn lost the Aegis in that fight. I didn't really notice. My bad. Yeah. But we see them now grouping with the Beastmaster. They take down a tier 2 like it's nothing and snaking. Caught in a ring of pain. No way to get out of that one. 9. Not gonna be casting a smoke screen yet. Holding those cards close and waiting for that team fighting opportunity. Catches a bounty hunter. Now the tier 2 mid push. Ace just has to stand still next to his creeps and the damage is being done. I don't think the Ion Shell is strong enough to take out this ancient black dragon. But I believe Tundra might have thought this Darkseer pick would have been the best option for defending these towers. 2 smokes maybe meeting into each other. If they pop in the mid lane, the dragon and the boar. Still attempting to wrap around Aramis. Not quite in the safest position. They're posturing. And they spot Skeeter. They're jumped by Doraccio, just trying to break the invisibility, the blur of Skeeter. And now, GG possessing the high ground. They still want to go up the stairs, which is very risky. But they've made the jump. Now getting on top of Doraccio, he's caught and silenced, as well as walled that he will be taken down. GG immediately run away from this fight. Great silence there to take down the Morph and the additional disruptor cut down by Skeeter. Nice. That was probably like the first good team fight by Tundra in this game 1. Snaking, not going for the right click build. Has a Holy Locket and gonna be standing near his PA, healing out up. Despite losing Doraccio though, GG will be straight back to their shenanigans and forming around the bottom side of the map. Doraccio eating a Meteor Hammer. That's okay.
Top tower's getting beat down.
Here comes the advancement on GG. In the bottom jungle, Skeeter, though, nicely blurred up. Can jump if he wants. Snaking. Looking tanky. Able to stay alive and the jump in. They've already lost the Enchantress, and look, the PA just stuck, but BKB'd. BKB enough to keep them alive for now, and they do jump back. But a glimpse onto 33, and here comes the Rolling Thunder. Even Duraccio jumps in, and they pick up that kill on the Darkseer. Things quickly spiraling out of control. They have to use their Fortify, and
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
does take out the creep wave. They still have the Ancient Black Dragon though, and that's going to deal a ton of damage. Snaking, trying to fend them off in any way he can, throwing impetus at the dragon. It is actually doing quite a bit of damage, but disarmed up now and taking some magic nukes. Nice lift by Aramis out of danger, but a jump in by 9 with the Meteor Hammer. Silence as well. He does get glimpsed back. And he's silenced up. He cannot get out, and he's dead.
Radiant's bottom racks is getting hammered.
Okay.
Something bad's happened to the Radiant's
Backdoor protection
courier.
on for the moment,
Dire's
but it will be
mid
turned
tower
off.
won't last much longer.
And Tofu,
Radiant's bottom racks.
GG can continue their siege here in the bottom lane.
This should make my life easier.
Dire's mid tower could use a little
Oh,
help.
Ricky for another 20 seconds.
Radiant structures must have
Second Fortify after losing their first tier 3 bottom. Buying them some seconds. Snaking though. Look, he's been very tanky for his team. Able to take that front position and pop his healing, but is it enough to secure
Radiant's bottom racks.
no, it's not enough to save his racks. They will lose the melee. And that's enough for GG. They decide to hightail it out of there.
Bountiful.
Back to their side of the map. And they're gonna be meeting in the mid lane. I don't know if they see Tofu here, but they definitely know now. They've met up with each other. Who's making the jump first? They go on to Duraccio again. But the Rolling Thunder is there this time. They cannot finish him with the silence and the vacuum wall combo. Instead, it is Tundra who are getting fully comboed by Quinn. Oh, jump in by Skeeter. He pops his BKB, but he's been immediately roared, and now he's probably been disarmed, but no disarm yet. So he continues jumping onto Tofu. A nice crit will secure the kill, and he's going to try to jump away. He's going to die. They're all going to die. Whole team wipe there. Tundra's going to be down, and now a mid push. Too much control. Celery glimpses him back and takes him out himself.
Radiant's mid tower's getting the what for. Radiant's mid tower could use a
They have buybacks if they really want to use it, but I don't think there's much they can do about this push. It's feeling really hard this game to come back. It could even be over.
Is out of the picture. There goes the Radiant's mid.
Sure, the graph is saying like 90% or more.
Didn't make it.
We've only got 84. It's because the entire top lane is still standing, but not for long. Oh, it's dropping. We're at 90 now. Okay. It's gonna be real easy for GAIMIN Gladiators now. They take down that tier 1 top, and they will continue the march down the lane. Tundra, perhaps their last ditch attempt at taking a good team fight here. They smoke up S4 and push out the mid lane, making an extremely wide wrap on the side of GG.
Double damage.
GG well aware of this though. They smoke up themselves and stand around Hops and Vision on the cliff.
Bad shape.
Tundra moving to the pit now.
A moment of silence.
They
for the
decided to take
Dire's
out
courier.
that courier and smoke up again.
Radiant lost the top tower.
GG know exactly what's going on, but they're still going. They know they have to do something, but they're already
Radiant's
knocking at the tier
tower
3
is
top.
taking hits.
Mega Crypts will be taken here if nothing is done, and they're not TPing back to base. Instead, they're committing to this
Radiant's
backstab, but
bad shape.
taking 8 static storm, that's good. Jumping by PA, but glimpsed away. Mine is too controlled though, he cannot do anything. Very tanky snaking though, Skeeter. Really looking for an opening, has to pop that BKB finally, but totally controlled here. Even gets roared up, it was not even necessary. Tundra make a desperate attempt at a teamfight, and it ends in complete shambles. GG's called.
Again.
And game 1 to GG. Yeah, they just got completely handled there. Seeing the frustration a little bit on Tundra. Not used to getting dumpstered like that, I'm sure. 33 pick versus the Morphling. Just allowed the Morph to have way too much farm, and 33 couldn't even defend his outer tier 1 towers from the advancements of GG, and the Ricky pick did not have the desired impact. Yeah, so that's how the cookie crumbles game 1. Going on to game 2 now.